A United States Suicide Hotline Guide. Chapter 1. A United States Suicide Guide. cnn.com/2018/06/06/health/iy-hyphen-suicide-how-to-help/index.html and cnn.com/special/a/suicide-in-the-United-States. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. 800-273-8255. Free and confidential support. Trevor Lifeline, Suicide Prevention Counseling for the LGBTQ community. 866-488-7386. Text HOME to 741,741, a confidential text conversation. cnn.com/2018/06/08/Anthony-Bourdain-Obit/index.html. cnn.com/live-news/kate-spade-suicide/index.html. cnn.com/2018/06/24/Anderson-Cooper-brother-suicide/index.html. cnn.com/2018/03/Tia-Linda-Bennington-Suicide-Town-Hall-Cnn-TV/index.html. cnn.com/2018/06/14/health/suicide-survivors-eprise/index.html. suicidepeereve-anti-onlyfeline.org. crisistextline.org. suicidepeereve-anti-onlyfeline.org/chat. isp.info/resources/crisis_centers. befrienders.org. cnn.com/video/2018/06/08/remembering-anthony-bourdain-dnt-ac360.cnn. cnn.com/2018/06/07/health/suicide-report-cdc/index.html. cnn.com/video/health/2018/06/07/signs-how-to-help-new-day.cnn. who.in/mental_health/prevention/suicide/prevent/n. cdc.gov/nchs/fostat/suicide.htm. cnn.com/2018/06/20/health/mental-health-issues-trend/index.html. cnn.com/2018/06/09/health/suicide-contagion-explainer/index.html. cnn.com/video/health/2018/09/depression-explainer-health-org.cnn. cnn.com/2018/06/09/health/suicide-language-words-matter/index.html. cnn.com/2018/06/23/opinion/key-to-suicide-opinion-stage/index.html. cnn.com/2018/13/listen-to-the-other-victims-of-Mondale/index.html. cnn.com/video/health/2018/06/10how-i-managed-my-depression-tc-ts-org.cnn. cnn.com/2018/06/08/health/suicide-no-signs-grief/index.html. cnn.com/2018/06/23/Tyler-Clemente-suicide-town-hall-cnn-TV/index.html. cnn.com/2018/06/11/my-my-dad-my-history-my-Yates/index.html ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/pubmed/281970003 cnn.com/2018/02/7/health/robin-williams-increase-study/index.html suicidepeereveintionlyfeline.org suicidepeereveintionlyfeline.org/talk-to-someone-now suicidepeereveintionlyfeline.org/help-someone-else afsp.org/preventing-suicide/risk-factors-and-warning-signs crisistextline.org/texting-in afsp.org boystown.org/hotline/pages/default.aspx yourlifeyourvoice.org/pages/ways-to-get-help.aspx befrienders.org/need-to-talk United States Suicide Hotlines. Call 911 or your local emergency services number. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. 800-273-TALK. 800-273-8255. Your call will be routed to the crisis center closest to you. This number gives you access to over 120 crisis centers across the country. The Trevor Project. National organization focused on suicide prevention efforts among lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and questioning, LGBTQ, youth. 866-488-7386. thetrevorproject.org. Look in your local phone book under Crisis Intervention, call the operator or 911. Suicidepeereveintionlyfeline.org, 800-273-TALK suicidehotlines.com. Suicide.com. Suicidal.com. SuicideCrisicenter.com. SuicideHotlines.com. JetProgram.org. SuicideHelplines.org. SuicideHotlines.com. tht.not/emergency-hotline/suicide_hotlines.aspx. ulifeline.com. Some local suicide hotlines are: Atlanta, 404-730-1600. Boston, 617-247-0220. Chicago, 773-728-2255. Los Angeles, 310-391-1253. New York, 212-727-4008. San Francisco, 415-781-0500. Seattle, 206-461-3222. Veteran Suicide Hotline. 800-273-TALK, 8255. American Association of Suicidology, AAS. Suicidology.org. American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, AFSP. AFSP.org. A directory of groups in America. Covenant House for Runaways. Times Square STA. NYC 10108 to 9999. 800-999-9999. Runaway Shelter, Suicide Hotline. National Suicide Hotline. 800 Suicide. Reach out now. 800-273-8255. Reachout.com. The Trevor Project. 866-488-7386. thetrevorproject.org. Hope Suicide Line. 800 Suicide. National Adolescent Suicide Hotline. 800-621-4000. National Runaway Switchboard. Adolescent Suicide Line. National Runaway Switchboard. 2210 North Halsted, Chicago, Illinois 60614, 800-621-4000, nrscrisisline.org, National Youth Crisis Hotline, 800-448-4663, 800-448-1833, TDD. Suicide and Depression Helpline, 800-852-3388. Suicide and Crisis, 800-999-9999. YouthCrisisNetwork.org, Teen/Youth Crisis, 800-400-0900, 800-448-4663. YouthCrisisNetwork.org. Suicide Prevention Hotline, 800-827-7571. Suicide Hotline, 800-367-6274. Suicide Hotline, 800-264-6165. Suicide Hotline, 800-333-4444. Suicide Hotline, 800-231-1127. 734-936-5900. Suicide Hotline, 888 Suicide, 800-784-2433. Suicide Crisis Line, Schuler, 714 New Hope. HourofPower.org. Call Collect. Therapist on Call Incorporated. Suicide Prevention Service, 800-988-5555. United States Youth Suicide Websites, TylerClayMainty.org, JasonFoundation.com, SurgeonGeneral.gov/library/mental health/chapter 3/SEC5.html, WebMD.com/HW-pop-up/warning-signs-of-suicide-in-children-and-teens. SayTheWord.org, ending teen suicide by using music to save lives. cdc.gov/mmwr/preview/mmwr/000368818. psycharch.net/teenscreen.html. SuicideHotlines.com. 888 Suicide. National Adolescent, Runaway and Suicide Hotline, 800-621-4000. Suicide and Crisis, 800-999-9999. YouthCrisisNetwork.org. Teen/Youth Crisis, 800-400-0900. 800-448-4663. YouthCrisisNetwork.org. Covenant House for Runaways, Times Square, STA, NYC 10108 to 9999. 800-999-9999. Runaway Shelter, Suicide Hotline, Peer Counseling Number. Youth Suicide National Center, 445 Virginia Avenue, San Mateo, California 94402. 415-342-5755. Programs and Publications. U.S. Suicide Hotlines by State. Suicide Prevention on leafeline.org/getinvolved/locator. Alabama, 800-932-0501. Arizona, 800-293-1749. Arkansas, 800-467-4673. California, 800-444-9999. 800-479-3339, San Diego. Delaware, 800-652-2929. 800-262-9800. Florida, 800-228-6563. Illinois, 800-228-5463. Indiana, 800-552-5333. 3106. Iowa. 800-356-9588. Kentucky. 800-822-5902. Maine. 800-452-1933. Maryland. 800-540-5806. Michigan. 800-422-7315. Minnesota. 800-223-4512. Missouri. 800-223-5176. Nebraska. 800-638-4357. Nevada. 800-992-5757. New Hampshire. 800-852-3388. New Mexico. 800-432-2159. New York. 800-333-0542. North Carolina. 800-672-2903. North Dakota. 800-471-2911. Ohio. 800-523-4146. Oklahoma. 800-522-8336. Oregon. 800-452-3669. Rhode Island. 800-365-4044. South Carolina. 800-922-2283. South Dakota. 800-638-4357. Texas. 800-692-4039. Utah. 800-626-8399. Virginia. 800-251-7596. Washington. 800-572-8122. Wisconsin. 800-638-4357. United States Veteran Suicide. veteranscrisisline.net/beta-e.aspx. United States Gay Suicide Line. The Trevor Project. The only national 24-hour, toll-free suicide prevention hotline aimed at gay and questioning youth. The Trevor Hotline is 866-4U-TREVOR. thetrevorproject.org. United States Crisis Helplines. National Suicide Prevention Hotlines call, 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255 or 1800 Suicide. TTY, 1-800-799-4TTY, 4889. Suicide Pireve Anti-Onlyfeline.org. Hotline.com. National Domestic Violence Hotline call, 1-800-799-SAFE, 7233, or TTY 1-800-787-3224. isp.info/resources/crisis_centers/north_America. USA, 1-800-SUICIDE, 1-800-784-2433, Hopeline. Find a certified crisis center near to home with this free online U.S. service. Hopeline.com. USA, suicidehotlines.com. Find local U.S. crisis centers by state with this list from suicidehotlines.com. Suicidehotlines.com. Chapter 2. A United States Suicide Crisis Guide. Suicide Crisis Websites. Suicide Pireve Anti-Onlyfeline.org, Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is a national network of local crisis centers that provides free and confidential emotional support to people in suicidal crisis or emotional distress 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 24/7 hotline, 1-800-273-TALK, 8255. AFSP.org, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I'mAlive.org, I Am Alive. I Am Alive is a live online network that uses instant messaging to respond to people in crisis. People need a safe place to go during moments of crisis and intense emotional pain. NAMI.org. NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, is the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization. Postpartum.net/get-help/family/coping-with-suicide-loss, Postpartum Support International. Jenny'sLight.org. Jenny's Light. Jenny's Light is dedicated to helping new and expectant moms and their families overcome postpartum depression and other perinatal mood and anxiety disorders by offering information, resources, support, and hope. NIMH.nih.gov/health/topics/suicide-prevention/index.html. NIMH, the National Institute of Mental Health, NIMH, is the lead federal agency for research on mental disorders. SamaritansHope.org. Samaritans' mission is to reduce the incidence of suicide by alleviating despair, isolation, distress, and suicidal feelings among individuals in our community, 24 hours a day, to educate the public about suicide prevention, to help those who have lost a loved one to suicide, and to reduce the stigma associated with suicide. U.S. Emergency and Crisis Information. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org. 1-800-273-TALK, 8255. TTY, 1-800-799-4889. 24-hour, toll-free, private suicide prevention hotline. Your call is routed to the nearest crisis center. SAMHSA Treatment Locator. Find treatment.samhsa.gov. SAMHSA Referral Helpline. 1-800-662-HELP, 4357. TTY, 1-800-487-4889. 24-hour free and private treatment referral and information about mental and/or substance disorders, prevention, and recovery. Veterans Crisis Line. VeteransCrisisLine.net. 1-800-273-8255. TTY, 1-800-799-4889. Connects veterans in crisis with qualified and caring Department of Veterans Affairs, VA, responders. Uses private, free hotline, chat, or text. Also for families and friends of veterans. Disaster Distress Helpline. samhsa.gov/find-help/disaster-distress-helpline. 1-800-985-5990. Text Talk with Us to 66746. If you experience emotional distress from natural or human-caused disasters, you can connect with the Disaster Distress Helpline. If you are in crisis, have an emergency, or life-threatening situation, call 911 or go to an emergency department. Suicide Crisis Resources. If someone you know is having a mental health crisis and you need help fast, call 1-800-784-2433, the National Hopeline Network. Certified crisis center near your location. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. AFSP.org. 1-800-SUICIDE. Hotline.com. 800-273-8255. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Spanish, call 1-888-628-9454. Individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing can contact the Lifeline via TTY, at 1-800-799-4889. Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org. The American Association of Suicidology, AAS. Suicidology.org. American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. The American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is a 501(c)(3) organization dedicated to understanding and preventing suicide. AFSP.org. The Kristen Brooks Hope Center is a not-for-profit 501(c)(3) organization dedicated to suicide prevention, awareness, and education. Hotline.com. Samaritans. A charity, non-religious organization based in the UK which offers free email support for those who are troubled, suicidal. Samaritans.org. Suicide awareness video. youtube.com/watch?v=EUV6NM8A1B. Suicide prevention. A friendship letter for those who are despairing and thinking about suicide. SuicidePreventionHelp.com. Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is the federally funded suicide prevention hotline. 800-273-TALK, 8255. Connects individuals to crisis centers across the country. Veteran Suicide Prevention Hotline Specialist located in the VA. Suicide Prevention.org. PsychCentral.com/disorders/depression. PsychCentral.com/helpme.htm. Metanoia.org/suicide. Areason.org. CrisisChat.org. CrisisTextLine.org. Suicide Prevention.org/gethelp/leafylinechat.aspx. I'mAlive.org. SuicideProject.org. Samaritans.org. PsychCentral.com/lib/common-hotline-phone-numbers. SuicideForum.com. PsychCentral.com/lib/frequently-asked-questions-about-suicide. PsychCentral.com/resources/depression. PsychCentral.com/resources/suicide_and_crisis. Suicide.org/suicide-hotlines.html. Webhealing.com. The American Association of Suicidology's blog. AttemptSurvivors.com. Jehovah's Witness article, Why Go On? jw.org/finder?locale=n$.id=102014124 Read this before you kill yourself. Read this before you kill yourself.com. Crisis and chat lines for suicide prevention websites. Befrienders.org, Befrienders Worldwide. yourlife-your-voice.org/pages/ways-to-get-help.aspx, Boys Town National Hotline, 1-800-448-3000 or text 20121. CrisisServicesCanada.ca/n, Crisis Services Canada, Suicide Prevention and Support, 1-833-456-4566 or text 45645. CrisisTextLine.org, Crisis Text Line. 741,741. AFSP.org/find-a-local-chapter. TheHopeline.com/gethelp, The Hope Line. Suicideprevention.wiki.org/wiki/international_suicide_prevention worldwide directory of suicide prevention hotlines. glbthotline.org/peer-chat.html, LGBT National Online Peer Support Chat. Suicide Prevention.onlyfeline.org/help-yourself/n-español, Nacional de Prevención del Suicidio, 1-888-628-9454. Suicide Prevention.onlyfeline.org, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-8255. RemedyLive.com/category/issues/suicide, Remedy Live Chat. Translifeline.org, Trans Lifeline, 1-877-565-8860. TheTrevorProject.org/about/programs-services/Trevor-Leafyline, Trevor Lifeline, 1-866-488-7386. veteranscrisisline.net, Veterans Crisis Line, 1-800-273-8255, press 1, or text 838,255. Online suicide support websites. allianceofhope.org/find-support/community-forum, Alliance of Hope Community Forum. chronicsuicidesupport.com/forum, Chronic Suicide Support Online Forum. save.org/peer support, Connections Peer Support. afsb.org/healing-conversations, Healing Conversations. imalive.org, I am alive. crisischat.org/community, Lifeline Crisis Chat Community. pos-ffos.com/chat/room.htm, Parents of Suicide/Friends and Family of Suicides Chat Room. suicideanonymous.net, Suicide Anonymous. suicideforum.com/community, Suicide Forum, Breaking the Silence. uksobs.org/forum, Survivors of Bereavement by Suicide Forum. trevorspace.org/UTM_source=Trevor_website &UTM_medium=web &UTM_campaign=homepage_tabs $, Suicide mobile app websites. basafeapp.ca, be safe. apps.apple.com/o/app/beyond-now-suicide-plan/ID 10592700058, Beyond Now Suicide Safety Plan. thehopaline.com/mobile app/UTM_source=banner $UTM_medium=thl site $UTM_campaign=mobile app, the Hopeline. my3app.org, my3. selfhelp.samaritans.org, Samaritan Self-Help. store.samhsa.gov/product/suicide-safe, Suicide Safe by SAMHSA. apps.apple.com/a/app/virtual-hope-box/ID 825099621, the Virtual Hope Box.